Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Doohickey Corporation by Gene. So this continues our skyscraper theme week. So each puzzle this week has a skyscraper. Hopefully you're enjoying it and getting a little bit better handle on how to handle skyscrapers. All right. Well, let's go over the rules. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these arrows in the grid. Arrows are attached to a circle. Digits on an arrow sum to the value in the circle. So if this was 2, 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, we place a 5 in the circle. All right. This one here is two separate arrows that happen to share a circle, meaning that they need to have the same sum. And in this case, the sum is the single digit. So I guess we could say all three of these are the same digit. All right. We also have skyscrapers. Let's take this 4 as an example. So imagine standing on top of the 4, looking down the row, and you're at ground level. Which digits could you see if the digit was the height of a skyscraper? And we're ignoring perspective, I guess. But anyway, so another way and it's the count of how many you can see. So another way to put that is it's the count of how many digits are larger than all of the previous digits from that direction. So you always see the first one. So this is a 2. This is a 2. Let's say this was a 2. We would see it. And then if we had, say, a 3 here, we'd see the 3 as well. And then this was, say, a 5, we'd see that. Now, if this was a 1, 1 is not bigger than all the previous ones, so we would not see it. I'll use gray for that. And then let's say we had the 4 here. We wouldn't see that either. It's not bigger than the 5. And then finishing with the 6, 6 is bigger than all the ones before it, so we see that. So if we count the green cells, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 green cells. So this would be a valid way to finish this row, ignoring all other constraints, like this arrow. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. I do like to start with the biggest skyscraper because they're the most restricted. If we wanted to pencil, if you want to pencil a skyscraper, you can pencil it similarly to a thermo, except you can't remove the smaller digits as you go. So what do I mean by that? Well, what is the biggest digit we could put here? For example, if we were to put a 5 here, that would block the 1, 2, 3, and 4 that happen after it. And so at best, we'd only see the 5 and the 6. So that would be a 2 count, not a 4 count. So that doesn't work. If I put a 4 here, it blocks the 1, 2, and 3. So how many can we block? Well, we can only block 2 digits because there's 6 in total. And we need to see 4 of them. So if we can only block 2 digits, that means that this has to be a 3 or lower because a 3 blocks the 1 and 2. So that would be okay. However, I'm going to say just ahead of time while we're penciling, this digit here is, by the definition of the arrow, this digit is smaller than this digit because the sum of these two is this digit, and this can't be a 0 or -1 or whatever it would have to be. So this is always smaller than this. So this digit here is not seen. 3 would still work though, because we could just hide a 1 or a 2 there. So actually, I don't know if that helps me. All right. Well, one thing we can do is this next cell here would be a 1, 2, 3, or 4 by traditional penciling, right? You just add 1 as you go, because now this could be a 4 because we already see 1, so we can block 3 after it. Well, we're not blocking this one, I guess is a better way to put it. Therefore, we would only be blocking 2 more because this would be one of the ones that would have been blocked, but it's not. And then this can go up to 5. And then from there, we're free to be any digit. But we do want to think about this arrow. So 2 digits that can't repeat. What is the smallest they could sum to? Well, 1 plus 2, which is 3. So this can't be 1 or 2. And since this maxes out at 4, this can't be 4 or 5. So we add to 3 or 4. If we add to 3, then we're on 2. If we add to 4, then we're on 3. So there's definitely a 1 somewhere on this arrow. And I am going to corner mark that just against my better judgment. Okay. We know this one gets hidden. So that's one of our hidden ones. We only get to hide 1 more. These 3 are all the same digit. I wonder if that's going to come into play yet. Well, they can't be a 1 because the 1s point down. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do more with that right now. I'm thinking about whether this can be a 3, but I think it can. If this was 3, this would be 4. This would be the 1, and that's fine. This would be 3 as well. All right. Should I think about these 3s? Well, we can at least do penciling. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, because the 4 blocks 3, and that's the maximum. And 1 through 5 here. Same thing here. So sometimes where 6 is restricted is interesting. In fact, 5 and 6 are here, which means 5 and 6 are here. Trying to consider. Okay, another thing we can do is combine arrows. I wonder if that's helpful. Well, we can talk about it and see if it's helpful. So these 4 digits add, so the green adds to the purple. Why? Because these 2 greens add to this one, and these 2 greens add to this one. We can just add them together. So all 4 greens add to these 2 purples. So what is the minimum these 4 greens can add to? Well, we can do, I think we can do a 1, 2, 3 triple here. It would require, actually, that this be a 4, and then we go 5, 6 exactly. So if this was a 1, 2, 3 triple, this has to be a 5 by the skyscraper logic, which is interesting. But that adds to 6. This would be 1 more for 7. So these 2 need to add to at least 7. But if they did, it would have to be 5, 2 or higher. Huh. I don't know that I can do anything with that right now. I don't think that's actually helpful. It's interesting though that this could be a 1, 2, 3 triple if that was 5 and 6. Okay, I'm clearly missing something about this puzzle. Is there a problem with like a 1, 2 pair or 1, 3 pair? Interesting. I guess another consequence of this being 1, 2, 3 triple is we'd have a 1, 2, 3 triple here as well. I don't know if that's a problem. I mean, I guess we can say, okay, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't be 1 because the pointing 1's on this arrow. And it can't be 6 because we can't put a 6 on the arrow. This would add to too much. So the 6 does end up over here, meaning it ends up down here. And this can't be the 6 for the same reason. It's on an arrow. If this was a 6, we'd be hiding this digit. Huh. So we can only hide 2 more digits. I don't think that's a problem. Ooh, okay. So which of 1, 2, 3, 4 joins over here? Maybe I need to think about this more. I don't know what the problem is here. We definitely see this digit. We definitely see this digit no matter what. We do not see this digit. So we need to see 2 of these. Which means we can't do... Oh, interesting. This can't be... Oh, no, it can be. I guess what it can't be is 5 here, 6 here. Because we'd see both of those, but we'd also see this digit, right? Not necessarily. If this is a 4, we just see the 5, 6. Oh. If this was a 3, that would be true. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. These are all the same digit. Is there something about that? They're not 1. That's all I got. They're not 1. All right, that's not helpful. What am I supposed to look at here? 3, 3. The 6 is down here. The 6 is up here. Do I have to think about this being a 6? So we always see this cell, and we always see the 6, which is way over here. So we can only see 1 more digit along the way here. And so I don't know if this can be a 1 then, can it? Well, no, because this could be a 4, right? We said this could be a 4, this could be 1, 2, 3, and we could have a 5, 6 over here, for example. Is there something about... See, the max this can add to is 11. Which means the max this can add to is 10. Which means the minimum this adds to is 11. That's not a problem at all. The max this adds to is 10. I'm really not seeing what to do here. What haven't I looked at enough? How about this here? This adds to at least 3. Is there a problem with adding to a low digit? I don't... Okay, so actually it can't add to 3, interestingly. Maybe we need to combine these together? Combining these is actually better, yeah. So if we combine these, you can see that this is minimum 6 plus 1 is 7. So these two have to add to at least 7. But this is only 3 or 4, so... Oh, that actually doesn't prove this can't be 3. I have a different way to prove it can't be 3, but I thought maybe combining them would do more. But anyway, this can't be 3 because this would be a 1-2 pair, and this sees the entire arrow. So all the digits on the arrow, whatever, all 3 of them can't be in this cell. So if this was 3 with a 1-2, this couldn't be any digit. So it's not a 3. Now 4 would be a 1-3 pair. So 4 would force 2 here, which would force 1 here, and this would be a 3. So that actually, yeah, that makes it add to 7, interestingly. Wait, does that work? 4 would be 1-3 pair. It would be exactly 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. 4. Wait, does it work? Hold on. Let me write it out because I think it doesn't work. This would be 4, and then the 1's pointing up. So this would be 3, 1. Oh, the 3's over here. Okay, yeah, I lost it in my head. This would be 2, 1, and this would be 3. So yeah, that works. I don't know what else to do here. Combining these doesn't help. These add to at least 7, but they always do. 5 could be 1, 4, or 2, 3. This can't be a 5 because this can't be a 1. You'd have to do 1 plus 5. 5's over here somewhere. Oh, the 6 isn't one of these two for the row, so this can't be a 6 either. So this can't be a 5 as a result. And this can't be a 4 because that would be 4 plus 2. Okay, so the 5 and that means in this row the 5 ends up over here. So this can't be 5 either. So this is a 4, and it is exactly what I said. This has to be 3 plus 1. This has to be 2, 1, and 3. That makes that a 2. That makes that a 4. So 4 just fulfills this 3. We just have to make sure we don't put a 5 over here. We need the 5 to be before the 6. All right. Here we see the 2 and the 3. We just got to be a little bit careful over here. Okay, these can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So these are from 5, 6. They see 1, 2, 3 here. They see 4 here. In fact, we know this is 4, 5, 6. We know this is 1. Oopsie. Oh, come on. We know this is 1, 2, 3, and we know this is 4, 5, 6. Ah, the 4 is placed. Only placed for 4. Okay. Clean this up a little bit. This is a 5, 6 pair. That's a 5, 6 pair, placing the 2. All right. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 3. So this is hidden for sure. It's hidden by this guy. This is only a 3 though. What about over here? This is a 1, 3 pair. And over here we need 2, 5, 6. Well, we're not seeing the 2. We're only seeing the 5 and 6. So this can't be the 6 for multiple reasons. We can just use the arrow though. This can't be a 2 because of the arrow. Does 3 work? 3, 2, 5 works. 156 works. Those are the two options. We're either 3, 2, or 1, 5. These are all the same digit. I could color 5, 6s. We'll make these green. This has to be the purple 5, 6 because it's sharing a column with green. So this is the green 5, 6. This is the purple 5, 6. I don't know what this one is. I'm not sure that helped me. Can leave it though. Is it this 3? Is it this 3 is fulfilled? Is it this 4? Yeah, this can't be a 6 because of the 4 skyscraper. We see 2 and 3. This 6 would be the last one we'd see. So these are 5s, these are 6s. All right, we can clean up a lot of this. That makes this 2, which then has to be 2 plus 3 is 5. That makes that a 6. We get the 1, 4, and 6. All right, we can clean up the 2, 3, and 1 here. The 1, 4, the 3. This is 1, 3, 6. 1, 2, 4, not a 2. Oh, this is no, this is a 5. Okay, I don't need that purple. I thought I cleaned it up. Arrows are all done. It's got to be this skyscraper. That's the only thing left, right? So we need to see 3 digits. The 6 is definitely coming before this 5. So these two are not seen. Only one more can be not seen. We need exactly one more not seen. If this was a 6, it would hide these 3, and that would be perfect. 6, 4. Actually, this doesn't work as a 6. There might be an easier way around here. If this was a 6, this is a 4, and now look, this 1, 2 has to be smaller than the 2, 3. 6, 4. Right, I'll show you. 6, 4. Now look, this 1, 2 cannot be bigger than this 2, 3. So it's not seen. If it's 1, it's smaller. If it's 2, this must be 3, so it's smaller. So this wouldn't be seen. So we'd only see the 2, 3, and the 6. That's not 3. So this cannot be the 6. This must be the 6 for the row, and that's 4. 1, 3 pair gives us 2 and 4. I think there was probably some easy way to prove this had to be a 4, but anyway, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 1, that's 3, that's 6. 3 and 1. We'll just clear out this gray. Very nice. 3 in the corner right at the end. All right. Sorry for not seeing that logic earlier, Gene. That was actually kind of a tough spot for me. I guess it was just a lot of claiming in this row that kind of piled on. It was interesting. Maybe it had something to do with the roping. Maybe think about the roping would have been easier. I'm not entirely sure like what the cleanest way to have seen that was, but got there eventually. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.